Tucked away in the valley of Los Angeles, 42 miles northwest of Disneyland, sits a tiki bar with a 78-drink challenge called the Grog Log. Drink all 78 drinks within 1 year, and you get a plaque with your name on the wall. Let's join two thirsty friends for a little My Time as they embark on a drunken journey through the log and talk about dumb shit like theme parks, drinking, and drinking at theme parks.
Welcome to My Time. This is Dave, and as always, I'm joined by my partner in grog, Corey.
Hey!
Hey! It is no longer spooky season.
Nope, we're done with it.
We are absolutely done with spooky season.
We've moved on.
We've moved on. We are definitely not doing anything for the last time spooky right now.
No.
Ignore what sounds like a chainsaw in the background.
It's probably a blender.
It is definitely a Tonga Hut blender. I told my dad tonight that I was coming to record with you and that spooky season's over, and he said, thank God, stop talking about horror nights. Then I told him, we're over horror nights.
We're over it.
Yeah,
Never been more over it.
In fact, you know what? I'm going to stop calling you piggies. You're now turkeys.
We're moving on.
We're moving on. We're all Thanksgiving. I'm
we're moving
pie,
on to Thanksgiving.
Pumpkin pie.
Halloween what?
Yeah, no more Halloween. Did you have a nice Halloween?
I did.
We could talk about like having a nice Halloween.
Yeah, it was fun.
We had fun.
We had a good time.
We also had fun. My son did dress up like Duffman, which is great.
Pretty hilarious.
Yeah, which is great. It's been a very eventful week.
Blender noise.
Oh, glug, 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 glug.
Chug, chug, chug.
I'm now drinking that wonderful drink. Okay, listen.
We were busy. We
here's
had a
the
lot
thing.
going on.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's been a very eventful week for us. Corey and I are huge Dodger fans.
Big week. Big week.
Big week for us. Last week we watched our Dodgers win the World Series, so we didn't get a chance to head over to Tonga Hut to record an episode.
But we did go to Dodgers Fan Fest, which was super fun.
We went to Dodgers Fan Fest. I don't know if you tuned along on our Instagram.
We got some giant bat beers.
Yeah, we got
had to.
a really big novelty cup that looked like a baseball bat filled with beer. It may or may not have cost us $40 for that beer.
I'll be honest, my kids haven't stopped playing with it, so I feel like it was worth it.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. And every single person that we walked by would say, hey,
Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get the beer? Where'd you get that beer? So we didn't get a chance to go over to Tonga Hut last week to record an episode for this week, but we did want to take a moment to come on and tell you that we will resume back to normal programming
Next week?
Yeah, because there's not a crazy event coming up this week.
No. That we know of?
Yeah.
No, we'll be fine.
What if there's no more world next week?
I feel like the chaos you're hearing in the background is maybe telling of next week.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe we're about to see the actual purge. Maybe.
Oy vey.
Anyway,
we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. But in the meantime, we wanted to take a minute to let you know that our Patreon is up and running.
She's up and going.
And to get onto that, you go over to patreon.com/mytimethepodcast. Basically, we're going to just park extra content there that we've recorded in the past, in the future, and there's going to be all sorts of stuff. And
maybe you'll get snippets of Dave doing something. Maybe you'll get snippets of me doing something. Maybe you'll get snippets of us both doing something.
Videos, extra, we're going to have...
Trying different places around town.
Yeah, we're going to have live stream happy hours where you can join us for a drink and maybe tell us what you want to hear on the show, or, we'll just hang out. It's a great place for us to get to know one another. But basically...
Oh my God!
I love that.
You got me. Wonderful. You got me good.
Thank you.
We're being surrounded.
Now I don't know.
We're being surrounded. Anything? Okay, great. I did not
Okay.
see her coming, and that really
No,
scared me,
that
to
was
be
great.
honest.
Wonderful. This was the best choice. So
This was a great choice. Yeah, this is
So-
the way we go out.
Yeah, so for a small monthly membership fee, you can join us and get extra bonus stuff that we're just releasing on the Patreon.
And you get stickers, like koozies,
Yeah, we'll be doing.
maybe some merch that other people can't get, whatever.
Yeah, we'll be doing giveaways.
Yeah.
But anyway, so today's episode, I'm just gonna throw in a couple of like quick clips.
Just
Right,
show
so-
what maybe you would
Yeah,
get on
like the
Patreon.
kind
Yeah.
of stuff. It's not gonna be like they're gonna be looser episodes where we just meander, talk
More
about.
so than normal.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, right. If you think we have ADD, normally
Just wait.
strap in.
Yeah.
Without further ado, I'm going to throw over to some clips, and then that's it. We'll be back next week. You know when to catch us on Tiki Tuesday with a new episode.
Yes.
Back to the Grog Log, where
We're almost done.
we got like 18 left.
We're getting so close.
We'll introduce who is sitting at the table so he feels invited to the conversation.
My brother-in-law Ryan is here visiting from Portland.
Hey guys, how's it going?
He's
It's going great.
Weirdly-
It's okay so far.
So far,
okay.
so far,
ask,
okay.
ask me in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Dave's a big grill guy too.
We grill everything just out of
A couple
ease.
years ago, we had steak night at Dave's house where he just bought like 1 million different cuts of steak.
Oh, fun little tasting night.
Yeah, it was actually really fun because it was just so interesting to taste all the different ones.
We ordered directly from a farm via this site called Crowd Cow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not our sponsor.
but you could be.
Yeah, you could be.
Yeah.
And then
We like the meats.
but we got 6 different cuts of meat from the same farm.
What
Like
was that one we all liked the best? Denver? Yeah.
A Denver steak.
Which is not something I
Well,
ever
never
had
heard
before.
of that.
It's a very different cut.
Speaking of meat, don't eat bear meat. Apparently.
Oh yeah, on the way here
Wait a
I
minute,
showed
what?
him an article about these people that got like a brain-eating amoeba because they bear meat. But
I
I,
don't
feel
think I'm
like
gonna eat
maybe
bear-
know better.
I would. Here's the thing. I would try it if I
don't
went
know if I
somewhere.
would try bear.
I would try everything except for human.
But what would it take to try human?
What would it take to try human? I'd easily money.
Hmm.
If I didn't know the person,
Probably depends on the part of the body too.
I don't want to know.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
Little butt cheek.
Yeah, because okay, well now we're getting into the what's
I
the
can do a
best
bicep.
What's the best cut of human?
Well, you have to think of it like a cow. It's
In
similar.
theory, it should
I
be
think
like a fattier
hamstring.
part.
Yeah.
I think hamstring.
Hamstring would be. I don't think hamstring would be good. I think that'd be very stringy.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think your butt.
Your butt is so much
Oh.
fat though.
but that's what makes
That's like
meat
Wagyu,
good.
man.
No, but like that's like okay, so
It's
you
Wagyu butt.
yeah, but you know like when you like get a brisket
Yeah.
and there's just like so
The
much
fat
fat
cap.
on it.
Yeah.
There's just so much on and people are like, you got to cut that off
Yeah.
because it's just like I feel like it's so much fat that it's just never gonna render down. Like it's not marbling.
That's true.
It might
It's not
depend on
marbling,
the.
it's just fat on top.
I honestly think that's why. This is a weird topic. I think that is why human meat is probably not good because I don't think we are very marbled. I think
Right.
it's fat on top of muscle,
So,
not
yeah.
mixed in.
Well, that was my thing about. Okay, I think you just get somebody who doesn't really do too much, like that hamstring.
You get the people from.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
Get the
Probably
people
the
from
easy ones to
Wally.
catch. too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the hamstring that you
In
want.
fact-
I'm not saying you want a hamstring of like
Pro
an
athlete.
Yeah,
Like that's very tough. Like that's not going to be good. But if you get somebody that's like,
we don't want LeBron James hamstring.
no, I want.
You
I
might
don't
not
know
want
who
to
I
call
want.
out who you
I know.
want.
Maybe we need to edit that out.
Like-
Edit point.
like,
Edit
I'm
point.
Army Hammer got pops for this, right? He said he would.
He's our number one Patreon
Yeah,
subscriber
he's like,
now.
I love this talk.
Jesus
I love
Christ.
this. This is very interesting to me. I've often thought about this.
I'm just gonna drink my drink.
Yeah.
We're at the Inferno Room. We're in Indianapolis. This is Dave. I'm not with Corey. I am with my father, Steven Zollinger. I've roped him into this. He's now gotten insight into the
world of Tiki.
Yeah, the world of Tiki, the world of my time. Okay, ever been drunk at a theme park?
No, I have not. We never drank at a
Well,
theme park
wait
before.
a minute. But You and Mom went to the opening of Fantasy Island.
No, I don't know what. Well, we were at the MGM
Right, but
theme park in Orlando.
but they had bars and stuff open
Yes.
at that downtown.
That was really something. Going as a guest of Disney, and the park was closed. It wasn't open, and we had these stars that we wore around of our neck, and we could get anything we wanted wherever we went. In the whole park, and the park wasn't open to the public. It was great, and they had a parade on Main Street.
Yeah.
And it started to rain, and we didn't know where to go. And the Brown Derby was there.
Oh,
And the Brown Derby was there, and I said,
Okay, so this was actually so
it was the opening
I'm
of
misremembering.
MGM.
It was the opening of MGM.
MGM.
Right,
And
which
so they
is
were
now a Hollywood Studios.
So they were having a big to-do, a parade of all the stars, and it started to pour. And so I told my wife, I said, quick, let's go into the Brown Derby because it's supposed to be the best restaurant here. And we saw some people, and before we know it, we were on the red carpet walking in, and Entertainment Tonight. Everybody was there taking pictures, and we were behind a newscaster by the name of Morton Dean. And I said, just act like we're talking to him, and we're his guest, and we're walking in. And we walked in, and then the whole room, when we got in the room, it was like when at the Wizard of Oz, you land and it's in color. I mean, it was so different. And there's Michael Eisner walking around.
Oh,
there's,
shit. I don't think I ever knew this.
There's Bette Midler. And,
Oh, my
and
God.
all the kids from the Cosby Show were there. It was every star was there waiting for the rain to stop to go into the parade. And I mean, just every star at that day, the guy that played on Mr. Ed, he was there. Howdy Doody was there.
Not the horse.
No, not the horse, but Wilbur. He was there. And just everybody that was going to be in the parade was taking refuge in this big room.
Right.
And John Ritter was there.
Oh, wow.
And
R.I.P.
I remember walking up to John Ritter, and because Michael Eisner came up to him and said, "John, the rain's lighting up, lessening, lessening, whatever. That's a Mai Tai here. So it was lessening up, and we're going to be leaving in a few minutes." And I said, "John, don't worry. The parade's not going to start without you." Nobody knew who I was, and nobody knew who we were. And I said, just act like you're supposed to be here. And we were hobnobbing until Bette Midler came over and told Michael Eisner that we were standing too close to her. And somebody came and said,
Wait a minute, you were.
yeah,
You were-
your mother and I were standing too close to her. And then we heard that the Cosby kid, little Rudy, she was standing too close to her. And Michael Eisner came and said, we heard him over say, "What's wrong with Bette Midler? Get her out of here, and get her in a car real quick." And they told us to please move, stand back. So
God.
that was my Bette Midler story.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever told me that.
No, because you were at the daycare,
Yeah.
and we were in tuxes, so everybody thought we belonged.
Right.
And I would just say, "Michael, how you doing?" And he said he didn't. He was thinking to himself, "I don't know who that guy is, but
Oh,
I should
wow.
probably know him." So
That's
it was a
incredible.
lot of fun.
All right, well, I would say that's as good as a drunk story.
Yeah, that's a good drunk story, right.
Theme park.
You know him from his podcast High and Mighty and Action Boys, or maybe you saw his television show 101 Places to Party Before You Die. He's the self-proclaimed #1 fuckboy.
Thank you.
John Gabriel.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much for having me.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to say this. For our listeners, I bailed on calling us my grime spooky season. I did like a little treehouse. I was a little bit embarrassed to say my grime in front of our guests. It's like, what the fuck? Where are we?
So my grime is your
my
Treehouse of Horrors name for
Yeah.
this podcast.
Spooky season.
Yeah, I'm your host, Grave,
Super grave.
along with Gory.
Oh, hell yeah.
I
So-
just literally got a text from someone on the way over here that was like, "I'm here for Grave and Gory." And I was like, thank you so much.
So yeah, it's way worse doing it in front of people.
Yeah. Oh, that's the entire bummer of podcasting.
I mean, I was beet red last week when you did it.
Empty Tuesday, 4 p.m. Tiki Bar. Completely fine to say it in front of my best friend.
I will say it's weirdly not empty for recording a podcast.
Oh, there, people have come
It's
in.
filling in.
Yeah.
It's filling in. We've got our usuals that sometimes come up. And like, it's
Are
yeah.
you becoming regulars, I guess?
We
Yeah,
are.
a lot of
It's
people
kind of
know us.
everything that I always wanted.
It's kinda like Cheers a little bit,
in
yeah.
a weird way.
It's Tiki
You
Cheers.
do not have to qualify this as in a weird way because this is the dream. This is like I had a local in Brooklyn. I had a local on Long Island. I do not have a local in Los Angeles for the last 12 years.
Yeah.
But having a local and being known by most of the employees is like a dream. That for me now, that's like my gym, the WeHo pool, and a sauna place on
Yeah.
Fairfax. Yeah, that's where they all know me.
Where did you
I'm
live?
making it sound like I'm a health nut. If listeners of this podcast don't know who I am 100 pounds overweight.
No, you're not. Where did you live in Brooklyn?
I lived in Williamsburg for a year and a half, and then Red Hook, Carroll
Nice.
Gardens, Red Hook
Yeah,
area
yeah.
for like 8 years. Yeah.
I lived in Chelsea for quite a while.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I worked at the UCB was at 26th and 8th over there, so I was there
I
all the
lived
time.
so close to there.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I used to love that. Also, the bar on 8th in Chelsea called, that's Test Pilot. This place was called Flight 151. And when I was a PA at VH1, Tuesday nights there were, you flipped a coin with every drink you ordered, and if you called it, your drink was free.
That's crazy.
And it was so like,
Let me guess, they're still in business?
I highly doubt it. I mean,
Yeah.
they probably are. But that was back in the day. And like in the early aughts, mid-aughts, bars would be like, well, if we want people here on a Wednesday night, there's a place on the Upper West Side called Coppersmith's that was a free burger with every beer you ordered.
That's insane.
There was Alligator Lounge in Williamsburg, and there was one Crocodile Lounge in East Village that was a free wood-fired pizza, a mini pizza with every beer you ordered.
This sounds like money washing at like
Well,
its
I'll
finest.
tell you what it is. It's broke 22-year-old PA going like,
Going
well,
right
tonight
there.
we can have 6 beers and 6 pizzas for
Yeah.
$40. Let's go.
The only thing that equivalent that I have of this is I went to school in Vegas.
Yikes.
Yeah. And
You graduated?
I did graduate. I got the fuck out of there quickly. I was like, can't stay here anymore.
I'm going to study abroad a semester in Reno.
There was
it's real exotic.
my last year there. We quickly realized that some of the strip clubs would have free buffet and like buy one get one drinks for UNLV students. So we would say like, okay, let's just go and order like a Diet Coke and then eat their buffet, and we've got free food.
That's what you guys are
they
running
would let
rebels
you?
for sure.
They would let you?
Oh yeah, They were, like,
That's awesome.
it was the equivalent of going to there at Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Right.
So you've been doing this your whole life,
Happened.
is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
there used to be strip clubs that had like morning like kegs and eggs deals and
Yeah.
stuff where it'd be like breakfast buffet and like a one woman dancing kind of quietly. You'd be like, all right.
I'm not even sure that they were dancing at that, but they were maybe stretching and
Yeah,
like,
they were-
getting
They were
ready.
like,
Like
serving you
Loosen
guys
in the
chicken wings.
hamstrings.
Yeah.
they're like, try the chicken tenders. They're fucking pretty good.
Destiny fried them herself.
So that's our show this week. Thank you so much for enjoying some of our Patreon upcoming snippets. Hit us up on our Instagram at MyTimeThePodcast.
Email us at mytimethepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you have any questions about tiki or grog logs or Thanksgiving recipes, since we're no longer in spooky season.
Definitely no longer in spooky season.
Yeah. And you can call us and leave us a message with toast or anything, or your favorite pumpkin pie recipe. And
We need them. We're spending Thanksgiving together, so
all
let's
right,
get
great.
those recipes.
Let's do it. It's 559-WE-DRUNK, which is 559-933-7865. God, the blender is very loud tonight.
The blender is so loud. Like, why are we in the blender?
I don't know. We are in the...
Oh boy.
All right. Also, one last time, Patreon. It's patreon.com/MyTimeThePodcast. Join the $5 or $8 a month subscription,
And you get quite a lot for it.
and you get a lot. And you help support our journey through the Grog Log.
Yes.
And
our future ventures.
yes, exactly. And another way that you can support us, if you're enjoying the podcast, head over to iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to this and rate and review the podcast. Give us 5 stars. And until next time, where it will, for real, not be spooky season.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's it. All right. So for myself, Dave, and
Corey.
Corey. All right.
Mahalo.
Bye.